Crypto has one big problem. The way I see it, there are too many blockchains. There's Ethereum, there's Solana, there's Avalanche, there's so many chains. And on top of that, you have also the layer 2s on Ethereum, such as Base, Arbitrum, and frankly, there are layer 2s and layer 1s coming up every week. And it is making it very complicated to go on-chain and be crypto native. I would have been fine with it being complicated, but I'm not fine with it being expensive. And it is expensive. What I mean with it is, it might happen that you need to move funds between chains. For example, you have your USDC, your stable coin on Solana, and you want to move it, want to invest on Base. And then you have to bridge from Solana to Base. And this costs you money. And it costs you a lot of money, in fact. And that's what I didn't like. And that's why I did some research. So the solution that I found is one that's offered by Infinex, and they're advertising themselves as the killer of central exchanges on chain. They have one product that I absolutely love and I'm using, and I'm not getting paid to talk about this, but I just love it. This product is called Switch, and Switch is a combination between swapping and bridging. Now, the name is original, at least I haven't heard it previously, switching. Like, they coined the term, so that's their term, but I don't think it's that original, because other bridges, like bridges in general, offer you a swap while you bridge. So bridges, canonical bridges, also offer you a switch, but they never named it a switch, so Infinex coined the term, and that's their term, and it's actually quite nice. I like it. I'm gonna be using it. But they're not the first to offer Switch, but they're the first to make it a thing. The first thing why they make switching better is because it actually offers you so many different tokens to choose from. Infinex offers me at least any token that I'm interested in, and other bridges offer me just a couple of tokens that I'm actually not interested in. Like stable coins, of course, like different stable coins to switch. For example, from USDC on Solana to USDT on Arbitrum. But the tokens that I'm really interested in, for example, on Base or Arbitrum, I can't switch directly from the Solana USDC to this token. But Infinex does precisely that, does a complete switch. So a great selection of tokens that you can choose from. The second thing, and this is maybe even more crucial, not maybe, but for sure it's more crucial, it's less expensive. It's more affordable, less fees. That's what you should be looking for, and that's why Switch is really nice. Let me give you an example. So we're gonna take a look at two examples. Bridging and swapping. Bridging between Solana and Base. So on Solana we have USDC, and we want to have USDC on Base. Here in this example, I'm bridging a small amount of roughly $37, and you see that I'm taking a canonical bridge on Solana to bridge between Solana and Base, and they want me to pay 80 cents, almost 80 cents for bridging less than $40. So I find this insanely expensive. And let's compare now the switch that I mentioned from Infinex, and it's just 5 cents. I find this insane. This is a 16x. This is like, these are just cents, but if you must think about this in comparison in this 16x, because it depends, the number of these cents that you pay depend on how much are you gonna bridging. So if you're bridging hundreds or thousands of dollars, this is gonna compound. You're gonna be paying dollars and dollars, and this difference is going to be more visible. And what is very dangerous, in my opinion, is when you're DCAing, when you're dollar cost averaging, when you're investing every now and then, every few days or every week, you're investing smaller amounts, like say $30, $40, $50 each week into crypto, and then you're paying these fees, and you think that's just 80 cents, but it compounds. It's near $1 for bridging and swapping then. And you pay this once a week, let's say, you pay it 4 times a month, which is already $4 to $5. And then this is every month, this is more than $60 of fees a year, which is insane. Why would you do it if you can save it? All right, let's take another example. And here we're just swapping on the standard competition of Infinix, let's say, or Switch, which is in this case this is a swap on Phantom and on the Phantom wallet, so on Solana, and a swap on the Rabi wallet. These are the same tokens, one's on Solana chain and one's on Polygon. And then on Infinix, what we're doing is we're not just swapping, we're switching. So I'm buying from one chain, so my USDC is on Solana, and I'm buying Geode, like this is a token that I've chosen, I'm buying on Base. And you see there is a difference, like on Phantom on Solana, is the worst deal that you get is 31.56. Then on Rabi, on Polygon, you get 31.79. And on Infinix, on Polygon, switching to Polygon from Solana, 31.84. So this is between Phantom and Infinix and Switch. This is 0.3. It doesn't look like a lot, but it compounds. And in this case, what is even crazier is that you're making with Infinix, with Switch, you're doing two steps. You're bridging and you're swapping. And this costs you less than just swapping on Polygon. Not just it costs you less, you see what's the difference, right? You get less from your investment right away. And I think this is insane. I think crypto should be exactly the opposite. Minimize fees so that investment is a thing for ordinary people. For everyone can save 20, 30, 40, maybe even $50 a week and invest into a crypto. With all of these fees, it feels like a barrier because you're less likely to do it when you see that you're paying that much. And maybe you wanna invest even every day, just a couple of bucks, just to keep rolling. And if the fees are so high, it just the barrier is higher and it doesn't feel right to do it, right? And that's why I'm so excited about Switch, because I think Switch, and in this case this is Infinix, right? I think Infinix aligns with this very essential values of crypto, which is to make it affordable through decentralizing the whole experience. And I think Switch is on the right path, and they're just starting. Like they're not such a known name in the space even, I would say. And they're just starting. And I think you should keep an eye on it, on Switch, on Infinix in general, because as I said, they align with the core values of crypto, making investment accessible to everyone, everywhere. And this means like also smaller investors that DCA, which is the right dollar cost averaging, is the right strategy to be doing. You should be doing it. I honestly think you should be doing it. So I hope that was helpful for you. And if you liked the video, hit the like button and follow for more. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions. And happy switching. I'm gonna go and switch some more.